Bob Schulz, is the two-party system hopeless? I mean, is there a chance for somebody like John Dennis to influence, and Nick Gillespie and Ron Paul, to influence the Republican Party, or is it just big government Republicans when they're in and big government Democrats when they're in, and the Mises, Hayek, Jefferson, Goldwater theories of shrink the federal government are gone forever?
Well, God bless these folks like John who run for office. We obviously need a government. We ought to elect our officials. We all have a duty to do due diligence and elect those people who are going to defend the Constitution. But our rights do not depend upon the will of any majority, whether it's a majority of the people voting in our polling places or a majority of the people voting in the halls of Congress or a majority of the people sitting on the bench at the Supreme Court. Our rights are guaranteed by the Constitution, period. And unfortunately, not enough of us understand that and understand that there is an accountability clause. It's in the First Amendment. It's the right to petition government for redress of grievances. If we have some evidence that the government has stepped outside the boundaries of any one of these provisions, we can call them on it. They're obligated to respond. And if they don't, we have certain rights of enforcement. And that's what the founders meant by that critical clause, the last 10 words of the First Amendment.
That a guarantee is a guarantee. We're chatting with Bob Schulz from the We the People Foundation, John Dennis from San Francisco, who's filed papers or shortly will to run for Congress, and with Nick Gillespie, who's the editor-in-chief of Reason TV and Reason.com. What is your idea, Bob Schulz, about a constitutional convention, either one called because two-thirds of the states have asked for it, or because the Congress has asked for it, or not?
Very much opposed to a constitutional convention. However, we have advocated and are now working towards a Continental Congress. There will be a Continental Congress this year, just west of Chicago. 3 people from each of the 50 states and the District of Columbia who have a proven passion for the Constitution are being nominated and will be elected to represent those free people in their states at a Continental Congress, November 9th through the November 22nd. They, before a worldwide audience, their deliberations for those 15 days will be webcast, streamed live around the world. They will be discussing the history, the meaning, the effect, and the significance of these various provisions of the Constitution.
Again, an educational exercise.
But then these delegates will recommend a course of action for the free people of America to take to bring the government back under the control of the Constitution and therefore the people. Oh boy,
how I only wish that could happen. Bob Schulz, always a pleasure.
And
thanks for joining us.
We'd love to have you there as a member of the faculty to address these delegates.
Oh, I have a day job, but I'm fascinated with this. Maybe we can get some cameras there as well.